And it's your girl Hanifa. Welcome back to Sekastribe. So today we are preparing a quick easy meal to make throughout your week. You can make it any day, anytime. It's very beautiful, it's comfy, it's delicious. And let's get into it. So you need your potatoes, your onions, garlic. You need so the ingredients are shown at the beginning of the video. So here I'm putting in some salt in 1.5 cups of rice, and I've added some butter. I use the vegan friendly butter. That's the one I use. Vegan free, I think a dairy free one. And then you just have to peel your potatoes, dice them in the sizes that you would like. These sizes are better for me. But be careful that if you do use smaller sizes, it can turn into mush earlier on. So just make sure you're watching your time scale when you're cooking this. Roughly, this should take you about 15 minutes to prepare and cook. For it to be done to serve, roughly everything should be 30 minutes. So once you've done with your rice, you put it to the side. I've had to change my pot because I underestimated the amount of potatoes I had. So here you need to fry off the potatoes so that there's no water residue left behind from washing them earlier on. And then what you want to do is just keep stir frying them in a bit of oil. So you could use about a teaspoon or a tablespoon of oil or butter if you prefer. But whichever type of oil you've got will do just fine. And we just need to keep stirring them until we can see them start to brown a little bit. And that's what we ideally want. Then we need to add our red onions and garlic. So any onions you've got, you can add. If you do want to add extra vegetables into it, say for example carrots, peas, and you've got them at hand, you can add them, but you would add them at the end. So you want to add them during the time when we've added in all the ingredients that we've got for this recipe. Then you add in your veggies, and then add in your water or your stock. So here we're checking up on our rice to make sure that it's nice and beautiful and fluffy and cooked. You just need to make sure you stir it properly to make sure that any bits that are not cooked, they cook. Cover it up and leave it alone. Reduce the heat to low. And again, when we were cooking the rice, we used hot water rather than cold water. Here we need to add our mustard. It's optional, you don't have to add mustard, but if you do want to, you can. I did not have ketchup, so I didn't add any ketchup or anything like that, but I've used just the tomato passata. If you have fresh tomatoes, I would advise you blend them and then sieve them if they've got the skin on. If you've managed to peel the skin off and remove all the seeds, then by all means just blend it and cook it off. Then we added some tomato puree just to thicken the sauce up. And then you need to just fry this off, cook it off, add in your spices. So in our spices we had some black pepper, salt, curry powder. We had our reiko. So if you're not from a Ugandan household or East Africa per se, you won't know what reiko is, but it's a type of spice. It's sort of like Maggi but different. So you would add that, and then we're adding our peanut butter. So it depends on how strong you want your peanut butter. You can add more than a teaspoon, more than the tablespoon that you can see in the video. You can add more if you want a stronger scent of it, but I just wanted it to thicken up my sauce, that's why I used it. But it's also you don't have to also add it in if you don't want to. You can extract that out. So instead of adding water, you can add stock, beef stock, vegetable stock, whatever stock you got at hand. I didn't have any, hence why I'm using water. Add your salt to taste. Make sure you're testing continuously to make sure it's at the right sort of flavors that you like. And as you can see, it's nice and beautiful and ready to be devoured. It was beautiful, it was scrumptious, it was yummy, and it's a meal that you will have to enjoy. So thank you very much for watching and for subscribing. See you in the next video. Remember, we upload Mondays and Wednesdays. Take care.